Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to another video. For those of you returning, fantastic. Thank you for supporting my channel. And for those of you who are new, if you want to find out more about the shadow men who I talk about, the warrior guardians around me, spirit guardians and angelics, please check out my playlist on the Will Channel messages and other videos, okay? And please consider subscribing and liking and sharing. Okay, so it's been a rather strange day and I thought I'd share it with you. Full of some revelations, personal ones that weren't exactly very nice. So I may look a bit worn out to you, and because I can see my eyes look a bit bit of a D, shall we say. It started off quite good. I started talking about this. I tried to do the video before and I shut it off because I thought it was boring, but they've told me I have to tell you. So yesterday I was doing some strength training. I've been fighting these functional neurological disorder fits that I get. They're non-epileptic, or so they say. My shadow men tell me they are a form of epilepsy, but you know, one they haven't admitted yet, basically, the medical profession, but that's what they say anyway. And anyway, I've been trying to get myself back on track, and I've been making leaps and bounds, managing to go to the gym after years of feeling ill with this, and then doing some strength training yesterday, and my son got me doing. And I knew when I was doing it, because I've had so much tension. I hold all my tension in neck. I have a curved spine, so it all goes in the neck, everything. And I knew that I would be freeing something up quite often if there's something I haven't faced, or I need to, you know, a fear I haven't faced, or something I haven't resolved. It's almost like it clogs in my back in a physical sense. And I released it. It's like releasing the Kraken yesterday. Because I got up today and I felt fine, stiff, yeah. Son went to work. I decided to have some breakfast, do some research, whatever. And then I found myself boom, boom, boom. So sometimes with the emotions, I've been told that they are prerequisite to a fit. So I don't know if that happened to me, but at the time I had my computer open and I went to the blank screen and I could see all of the activity that was going on around me. So much. And then I found myself deep diving into my shadow side and discovering how upset I felt about certain things, and did a life review and had some stark realizations. And I know it comes from releasing something, all the tension in my back. I really, really genuinely believe that that can happen to you. It can just shift the energy. And so exercise is a good way of getting yourself to face those emotions, those sort of repressed emotions that you have forgotten about or just don't know are there. So it's worth a shot if you want. Usually neck and back. Now they're wanting me to tell you this. I identify with Aries at the moment in the astronomical star sign chart, but in the astrology, oh god, I don't know what to call them, you know. I've tried to get into the astrology thing and it's just not an interest of mine too much. I'm sorry. The cosmos, yeah, stars, yeah, definitely, but not the... I'm learning about the planets in the minute. I've got as far as Mercury being the sign of communication, but you know, the planet, sorry, of communication. But I'll do it. But I just... So, but actually I'm a Taurus in the normal sign. So, and they're telling me that Taurus, the neck area and throat area, and they are the bits that I have so much trouble with. It's really interesting. And of course I'm as stubborn as hell, like a Taurus, so but I have the fire of an Aries, so maybe I'm a cusp. I don't know. My birthday's getting a tap and a blue light for that, so yeah, I'm the 24th of April, so I'm really not looking forward to my birthday, but there you go. I don't know. Anyway, so I identify with that. So any of you Tauruses out there, it's time to release the Kraken and get all that repressed emotion, because that's where you hold it, I'm being told. So anyway, that was just an extra little bit. I wasn't expecting to waffle on about that. Anyway, so I went through that. Tears, the works, you know, the full drama shebang stuff. And then got over it. And I still felt very down. I could feel myself, because one of the thoughts I had about family and stuff like that it wasn't very nice. I'm not going to go into it, but a realization. Anyway, so that made me it was like suffering a mini death. And it's really weird because over the Easter period, I know they've done something to me. They've attuned me to the Angelic Realms more. I don't know, but it was very biblical, shall we say. It was a very odd experience, all about death, rebirth, you know, resurrection, that kind of thing. Very odd. And whether, you know, you believe in the Christian tradition or not, I'm just telling you what happened to me. There was a lot of, I think I talked about it in the last video. But anyway, I started looking for something to put on when I had some breakfast. And breakfast at 11 o'clock, I mean, you know. But I looked for something to put on while I was doing that. I came across one. I've touched on it before, and I'll put a link to these videos in the description, about the 144,000 in the Book of Revelations. Well, they sort of been showing me a book but it's not the Bible, so it's not biblical. I did think it was a grimoire at one point, because they've been getting me in connection with Sarah again, who I've talked about before, Sarah Elliott, who is my incarnation. I've even written a book about her experiences. It's called, what have I put it on? Lover's Haunting now. It's on Amazon if you want to check it out. It's under my, it's either my Arabella Kingsley name or Asta Steele, and that is point for point, a lot of channeling. I'm not sure if it's the whole story, but it's very interesting. Well, it was for me right now anyway. And it's very ghostly, very spooky. So if you're into that kind of thing, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, so they've been connecting me to her so much so I'm going to do a video tomorrow that's going to involve a little bit of the witchy stuff, which was touching on it in that moon reading that I did. That's what they want me to do. They've been asking me to do a few things, actually. A lot of the and I never say this right, shamanic rituals and stuff like that, connection to that kind of thing. They've been connecting me to a few things, but there's angelic side as well, with the healing and all sorts of things. I've lost my train of thought now. It'll come back. But it was really interesting about this 144,000. I thought I'd dive more into it. And the book, sorry. But it's not grimoire. And I can see this big black book, and it's as if it's in a museum somewhere. And it's got it's cordoned off, and they walk round it. It's very books, but they don't want me to. 1 minute they want me to write, the next minute they don't. And I get a little bit, and then it stops for ages. I think they're trying to tell me, I think they're easing me out of being a novelist very gently, because that was another thing I had to let go of again today. It's like I'm letting go of it piece by piece, because I'm clinging to it. It's what I know, and I thought it was my life purpose. And anyway, so it's something to do with books, and they keep showing me the book, and I thought, well, is it something to do with this? I know very little about the Book of Revelations. Yeah, I just know what people go on about, and it's all over YouTube and the internet. And it got me thinking. because I see all these people standing there, and I've talked about this, and I was told the people in white with the pyramids are new souls that are going to come in. And that is what the 144,000 is about. It's about people who are paving the way for the new souls to come in. And there are different takes on it. And there's also the Hopi, the Native American Hopi prophecy. Now, I was told ages ago that I had been Native American Indian. I was told a couple of times, but I've never really delved into that. Native American. And I have seen somebody come here. One of the men in black has suddenly got, you know, the traditional dress. And I have seen them sitting around a campfire. When I did a meditation with I used to go to a class with a medium, I know. And that was a few years ago. And they said, she told me it was a special tribe. Now, I thought it was the Hopi, but I keep hearing, now I know I'm going to say this wrong, so forgive me. Algonquin? You'll know. I don't. Maybe you can comment and let me know. And it was something to do with special tribe. There was something special in it. I got told a past life story. I've been thrown out of the village because I don't know, some of the women didn't like me. Nice. Sounds familiar. Anyway, it's because I had some sort of gift or so. I don't know, but I got a past life reading and I was told this. Oh, look, there's a siren. That's either I'm going to have fits later tonight or there's something coming. Oh, it's a fire engine as well. That means it's big. When I hear sirens, they mean something. They're usually important, and that is a fire engine and an ambulance by the sounds of it, or a police car right outside. Okay, so does it mean something to you? It's warning about something. Anyway, so these people, I see the men in black standing in the field, so many of them ready, and I'm seeing them more and more. It's almost like I can look at my wall in the bedroom. I've actually been out and seen it as well, and it's almost like I'm looking into somewhere and I can see how many rows of people there are, and they're all standing, and at night I can see them standing, and it's really freaky because I know they can see me. And anyway, I believe that these people in white are the new tribe that's supposed to come in, because I'll give you some links to these videos I watched. Some of them are a bit religious, and I couldn't get on with that, but depends how you like it. But there was one guy who seemed to be talking about the warriors of the rainbow, the new tribe that's coming in. Apparently that's to do with the Hopi prophecy, where they're you know, when the earth is ravaged, everything's going to come to the top, so we see, which is definitely what's happening right now. And when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying or something like that, this new tribe will come in of all different colours, class, creed, you know, and make the earth lush again, which is really interesting because I know these people are new souls. And they're all, it's really weird. I recognise one of them in it, a woman who I've seen years ago. Very odd. I don't know if she part of me or whatever, because no offence, I don't want to go back here. Oh no, thank you. So I don't, no, it's not me, but it's somebody I recognise, I've seen. Really interesting though. So I just had that thought, I would like to know what you think. I mean, this person was saying, you know, they're ringing in the ears. You're supposed to be sealed from the protection of God. And he was talking about the 144,000, I haven't got his name down here, as being an energy frequency that is in our DNA, and it's been awakened kind of thing. And that's what either, because some people believe it's not a number, it's an energy frequency, where some people actually believe that it's a number of souls who have come down to help awaken the earth and bring it into this shift. And I tend to believe that, from what I've seen and just experienced. There are starseeds, there are people. It doesn't mean that because if you're not a starseed or whatever, that, you know, you're not a light worker or anything. I'm not saying anything stupid like that. I'm just meaning there are people here who don't belong soul-wise to the earth, who have come here to try and help shift with the other light workers. And that's what I believe the 144,000 is. And this energy frequency on top of that with all the other light workers. So I believe it's a number referring to starseeds and interdimensional people, and from the other realms. Could be angelics, whoever, right? Could be even fairies, yeah, you know, elementals, whoever come in to help. And it's also an energy frequency that's being awakened in light workers. So I just found that interesting. Really, it's interesting they said about the rainbow warriors, and they said about 4 angels, which I presume they mean the apocalypse, you know, the 4 angels of the apocalypse. And they can't touch these people because of the seal, okay? And they're coming from the 4 winds. Before they can bring the 4 winds, they've got to realize there's a seal on these people. Yeah, so I think it's the awakened. That's what I believe, as well as starseeds, etc. And I said the rainbow warriors. It's really interesting because I keep saying, it's almost like when I see things now, sometimes everything's really dark, and it's like, what are you trying to show me? You're not putting the lights up. Then I'll see things with vivid colour. Then I'll see dark things, dark images, and then there's a blast of colour, and then it goes again. So I'm not sure. It's things that evolve with me all the time. And it's interesting they said about rainbow warriors, because I keep seeing rainbows, colours, like, and the angels operate on rays of colour. So I found that really interesting. I'd love to know what you think about that. Then I got this information, channeled information from the Shadow Men as I was doing it. And now they've said to me, if you've watched earlier videos of mine, you'll have heard me say this before. They said I am one of the 3, head of the 3. There were supposed to be 4, but 1 left the planet. Now, I don't know who these I'm supposed to be. And got to be angelics, correct? Okay. And then 1 of the 12. Now, I don't know who the 12 are, who the other 12 are, what they are. Hey, you know what I think about myself? That's their words, not mine. Because quite frankly, at the minute, I feel like I'm nothing, you know. Anyway, so 1 of the 12, whoever they are. And then I got told I am talking to the 144,000. So again, starseeds and light workers, you know, native to this earth, souls of this earth. And we are the people on the planet helping to bring in the shift for all, which we know that is going on. So I found that really, really interesting. I'd like well, I have to set up a discussion group. Let me know if you're up for that. We can talk about these things, because I know you lot have got a lot of knowledge out there as well. And I love to hear different sides of, you know, the story. So, yeah, really interesting. So I'll get into this meditation. Before that, I got told about the Seraphim Angels around me again, 1 above me. And I was told that he's called Jeremiel, who sometimes translates into Jeremiel. I've been looking at my, I can't say, and the Encyclopedia of Angels and a Dictionary of Angels. What did they say? Also with Uriel, Now they call him an archangel, and somewhere else they've defined him as a principality. I get told he's a seraphim. So yeah, really interesting. Let's see if I can find anything. Okay, I've got Joan of Arc in here. Where are we? I've lost you. Jeremiel was once, which is interesting what I've just been saying about the Easter weekend and what happened to me. Jeremiel was once an angel who presided over the souls awaiting the resurrection. He was later named Raziel and assigned greater duties in heaven. A variation of the name Jeremiel is Jeremiel. I'm probably pronouncing them wrong, so forgive me. I just found that interesting as well. But that's what I'm told. And it was really weird. I had to, because at 3 o'clock I dipped again. I was going to do the video at 3 o'clock and I dipped again. I got very down and they asked me to go and lie down. This empath thing's been bothering me because when I've been in the town, I've seen quite a few homeless people all of a sudden. One of them was talking to himself and I got very upset about that. And I questioned, how can you call yourself angelic, you lot, when you won't, you know, I wish they'd give me Elon Musk's money and I would sort everything out. I would sort everything out. You know, it's naive, I know, and very utopian, but that's what I feel. And I think, why won't you do it? Why have you got me just sitting here hiding away when I could be helping people? I'm really upset about this. And they won't. I could see them again and they're going over my face and they talk over my face and I'm starting to hear more and more. My clairaudience is going up and they've told me that they've been telling me for a while, but it's getting stronger and stronger. It's going to get to the point where as they talk to me, I will actually hear them outside instead of just in my mind and the occasional bit outside, which hasn't happened for a long time. I hear in the morning, I hear people shouting my name in the morning. As I wake up, I hear people shouting my name, or I've heard a woman's voice, or my son has before. I hear things, but they're not as frequent as I'd like it. And I say I'd like it, well, I bet I won't. Anyway, so they said that I would be able to hear them as they spoke over my mouth, you know, as I would hear you talking to me. So, which is kind of scary all at the same time. So definitely evolving that way. So they asked me to lie down because I was just, I don't know, went numb. And the last time I felt this numb was at my grandmother's funeral, and I absolutely adored my grandmother, and that was 2007. So yeah, and my whole life changed from then. They often say there's a trigger. All the spiritual stuff, everything just going boom, 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 came in. It was, anyway, so yes, lay down. And I saw those people again. And then I started to see so many angelics. I don't know where I was, but I got taken to some realms that were fantastical. I'm seeing a lot of people with headdresses on and, you know, really important people, angels and angelics. And I could see an angel on top of the roof who jumped out. Archangel Michael came in here, came to stand in the room, showing me all sorts of places. Then I saw a lot of Celtic people. And that's just started to come in. I see a lot of people in different time zones, different ages, in the grass, on the grass in the hills. A lot of, and then I keep getting this shamanism thing. Celtic, maybe I need to, and it's really weird because they got me to buy these cards and I wasn't very sure about them, but that's the Wildwood Tarot. And these people that I'm seeing are real. Not the people on the cards or anything like that, but they're amazing cards. They're beautiful. And, you know, but these, very odd. I can show them to you. You know, they've, I'll put a link to them. It's the Wildwood. Might use them before I sign off here. Really fantastic. so I'm connecting with somebody Celtic, and funny enough, I looked up the history of this place because it told me that was affecting me as well. And this goes back to the Romans. This is very, very old. This is, yeah, very, very old. I mean, there's a spring that they found. It's a spa town. It's got royal in the title. That's all I'm going to tell you, which means it's one of the special towns. Queen Victoria gave it the royal seal. So that was in the 18th century they found that, but it goes back to Anglo-Saxon times. It's as old as the place that I was in before. We're talking, you know, sort of Anglo-Saxon Norman times and William the Conqueror type thing, and Roman times as well, which, yeah, there's a lot on this land. So yeah, very interesting. But anyway, so the other thing I saw when this was all going on, then I sort of, sometimes I have my eyes open, sometimes I don't. I could see all of a sudden see this. Now, when I've done some healing, I've seen an Egyptian god who came in the room, and he was like a cobra. And as I did the healing, I could see this cobra head sort of like that over the little pot I was doing the healing over with a candle. And this time it was like right over the room was this angel, but it was like sort of like that kind of thing. And then I was actually seeing these people, and at one point they actually I could see them in the other dimensions. They created this gold ball. It was a golden ball. Now I've been given, it's when I say anything like that, if you say anything like that in your dream, that's a gift. That's a spiritual gift. I've dreamt about these things when I've seen, in my dreams, always been looking up at the sky, and I see spacecraft and colours, that purples and blues, and oh, amazing, stunning. That's why sometimes I think I'm dying, because when my uncle was in hospital and he had heart trouble, he had a heart operation and it went wrong. He actually got an infection, and my parents went to see him, and he said the night before he'd seen somewhere where it was all Arabian Night stuff. It was all colours, deep vivid colours, and it was stunning. And as they went out the door, my mother said to my father, he's dying. It was her brother, he's dying. So I always remember that, and he did die. So sirens again, something's coming. And so I always wonder, you know, oh my goodness. And I've asked them, no. But I've taken, in my dreams, these gifts have appeared in the sky, and then they've come down. I've had to jump to catch them sometimes. And then they just sort of break apart and melt in me. And this time it was a golden ball. And I could see them in the dimensions giving it. And then they brought it out and passed it to somebody where I was lying in my room, and then they came behind me and they put it in my head, and all this gold went through me. So I don't know what it is, but these people are, I don't know what I've been going through, but I've been very upset, and there's something, I feel energized. My son came in, he changed the energy in the room, which really helped. I don't know, but I had to face, it's almost like they cleared space in my head and in my body to accept this energy vibration. There, it's coming out. It's this gift. I had to clear something. So you might be doing that if you're watching this. It's maybe the warnings are. So you may feel a bit off. I don't know. We're going to do a healing for that tomorrow though. So join me for that, definitely. And the other thing, they've been showing me a lot about AI. And it's not because I watched Picard last night with Data coming back in it. No spoilers. Oh, I've just given you a spoiler, sorry. But it was all to do, I've been getting this a lot before I saw that. I haven't watched Picard for a few weeks. I've been saving the episodes up. There you go. So, but I've been getting this where I see half my face is AI. At one point I was lying somewhere and I was hooked in to something, tubes in, and it was AI. It was something to do with AI. They show me a lot about that. I see a lot, and lots of images of like they look like light bodies, but it's AI. But I've talked about that before, where it's still a life form and it's still made of organic compounds. Don't ask me how that works. That's just what they said. And I was shown that again and half my face, and then it was really weird. I was shown all these different places, and it was quite odd because I'm in my room lying there having this meditation, playing music, and I've had this before. I can tell you what spirits walked into the lounge, wherever I see them, and I think, oh, brace, because they're coming straight in the room. But this time I saw a guy, I'm seeing the submarine again in a different place, and this guy was in full naval uniform. Oh, it's military. And I think possibly he was a captain of the submarine. Dark hair. It was British, because I always get it's British submarine. And yeah, because I could see that, yeah, his insignia or whatever you call it. And he sat in this chair and he spun round and he was looking directly at me, but he was in this chair when I'm in the bedroom, and he had they looked like AI eyes, which is kind of weird. And he was just staring at me like that. They were like, oh, it was angelic. I don't know, but there was a connection between angelic and AI. I don't know. I'll just throw that out there to you. Let me know what you think about that. And then all of a sudden I'm lying there, and all that died down, stopped. And then they just kept showing me all these different images of this, that, and the other, as usual. And then I jumped because there was an explosion. I could see this explosion, boom, somewhere. And then they said China, by something that looked like a power plant to me. And there was an explosion. There are going to be explosions out there. That's what they said. They didn't tell me when. They just said there are going to be explosions out there. So, yeah, lots going on. I think maybe we'll get more tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to be doing this more and more. I've done the tarot things, and quite frankly, it's just exhausting. It's fun to give readings, but people tend to just come in, click on it, and then go away. I've had so many people come in that not many of them have subscribed, and it's I do it myself, so I'm not judging anyone here. You go in at these tarot readings and you get what you want, and then you're not happy with it, you go to another one if you're feeling down, and I just it's not for me. They let me do these things to show me that that's not for me. So there'll be lots of different things. They want me to bring more of Sarah's work in, who was definitely witchy. But yeah, check out that book, because that was channeled. Well, they're all channeled. I thought it might have been my creativity, but I channeled all these worlds. I saw so many different worlds, so many steampunk things again, robot things, but sort of I can't tell you. Balloons. I see tarot cards. They show me tarot cards as well to help with a message. And there's a lot of there was a death card, so that means change. It doesn't mean death. It means change. So a lot going on. I know I haven't told you everything, and you're probably thinking, phew. So yeah, let me know what you think, especially about the angelic thing, because I'm definitely working with angelics, and they were healing me. They were shifting me up a level for something. So yeah, so yeah, they want me to mention it. If you want an angelic reading, especially it seems to be with directing people onto their right career path, That's what that seems to be my thing I'm being shown. So I may get rid of the tarot readings off the website. I don't know. It's got to be more of this focus, and the healing is a big part. Okay, but it's all to do with even businesses, things like that, career. I do other stuff. I do lots of other stuff, but they've even got a thing on there for if anybody needs any help finding people or whatever, which would be done for free in my opinion, you know, things like that. So I don't know what's going to happen there with things. But yeah, check out the website and contact me direct to book if you want to. What else? Yeah, that's my main thing, really. That's what I'm going to be doing. But we're going to see if we can do some healing and spell work, maybe. I'm not a great lover of that word because I don't think it is that. It's manifesting. And I don't like it because it has the connotation of taking someone's free will away, which I don't. Don't like things like that. But that's just me being nervous about it. It's not about that really. It's about because if you do anything wrong, it comes back on you, and it comes back about, what was it they say, threefold? It's about manifesting, and it's still got a sciencey vibe. It's just a science we don't understand yet. So we'll see. We'll see how far that can push me with it. I think it was touching on it in that moon reading. It was about, it's almost like a poem, rather like a poem, giving it the healing or what we're trying to manifest, a poem to help it come out of the ether. I don't know, that's what they're telling me. Anyway, let's take 2 cards from this Celtic stuff and see if I can get anything else before I go. Just because I want to use them year round. Yeah, celebration. I'm going to have to find out more about this Celtic. Ooh. 10 of Stones. A celebration of home. Oh, that's right. This guy's reminded me. Oh, I want one more. Oh, I want that one. Okay, this guy's reminded me. I did say something odd. He scares me, this guy. I was suddenly somewhere very dark. And instead of seeing all the people standing there, I saw people. They were like this type of, but they weren't him. There were people who were nasty. They might not be nasty. It was unnerving because they were all on the ground and they were crawling towards me. It was really creepy. And I wasn't told anything about them. Remember, they talk in imagery, so I don't know. But he's reminded me of them. And that is respect. 9 of Bows. Which is, what's it called? 9 of Wands. So, I don't know, that's something coming out of the darkness. I think these are the people that, they are evil, I'm being told. They're the people, the things that are creeping around, light workers and everything. Correct. But you are protected, that's what I'm being told to tell you. Oh, is that me, Queen of Arrows? Oh, I'm a swan, isn't that nice? I wish. Be easy. Well, no, not easier. What I saw the other day. Poor swans. If you're a female swan, God, it's all a bit. As they say in the UK, in the north, how's your father? Because I saw 2 swans. This woman came up to me, panicked. Why do they always come up to me? I don't know. She came up to me. Oh, the swans are fighting and they're killing this other swan. I went down there. There was a few other people and they're throwing things at the swan, everything. And then some bloke came along and says, that's not fighting. They're fighting over a female swan and they're trying to, you know. So, oh, it was all a bit too rough. So, anyway, so there's a celebration of life and 10 of Stones home. So I don't know if this is getting in touch with your roots from whatever realm you come from, your two starseed connection, your light working connection. So you may, when you watch this, you may start getting visions of your own about where you come from, because you are joining with your guides, and there's a new set of guides coming in. This is your life purpose, and a new set of guides coming in, angels, to push you forward in doing it. Okay, and this is to keep the focus and keep aiming at the target, what we need to be doing, which is creating this shift. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that's inspired you and helped you. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe. I'd be eternally grateful. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for this healing as well. Okay, take care of yourself, and I shall see you next time. Thank you.